Good morning, children. In this chapter, where to look from, we learnt about symmetry in the last video, and we saw how some alphabets of English language were symmetrical and some were asymmetrical. Asymmetrical means they had no symmetry, no line of symmetry. And in this video, we are going to learn about the patterns. Now, I'm sure you know something about the patterns. You can see there is a design or a pattern on my shirt. Yes, there is one pattern which is there all over my shirt, and it is uniform, it is similar. Same way your mama's sari, it also has a pattern. My tablecloth, look at it, it has a pattern. There are some lines, there are some flowers which are repeated on this tablecloth. So there is a pattern. Look at this paper bag. There is a pattern. You can see the pattern. These leaves have been drawn. These flowers have been drawn in an identical manner. So there are patterns all around us. And these patterns are made with the help of triangles, circles, square, rectangles, and so many other shapes. And there are some patterns in numbers also. We are going to learn more about patterns with the help of one activity, and after that we will learn about patterns in numbers. So come, let us start doing this. So children, to show you how to make patterns from paper, I am going to do an activity. What I have done, I have taken this rectangular paper. I am sure you can see this is a rectangular paper, and I have folded it such that all the folds are equal. All the parts of the folds are equal. Now I have folded this paper and I am going to cut it in different design, and when I open the paper you will see there will be a pattern. Okay, I'm sure some of you would have done this at some point of time or the other. This is a favorite pastime with us, when we are getting bored. So we do paper cutting, and this is our favorite hobby. Many children like it a lot. So let us see what kind of pattern we will get. Okay, I should make something circular also. Okay, let me cut and show. Okay, I will try and cut a heart shape. Okay. Now let us see what we have got. Let me open the paper and show it to you. Okay. See, now when you see this paper, there is a pattern. You can see that there are some rectangles at same distance. Then you can see there are some diamonds, there are some hearts. So this is the pattern. So this is how we see different patterns on our clothes also. Now look at this. This is a square I had. I want to make a pattern on this. What I did, I again folded it in such a manner that all the folds were equal in size. Okay, so this is our paper. I will try and make a pattern in this. Since I have folded the paper and I am cutting the paper in such a manner that many folds All the folds are being cut at the same time, and that is the reason we are able to get a pattern. Okay, let me cut a small triangle here also. Okay, and a small triangle here, and then we will see what kind of pattern we will get. Okay, so children, you can see that this is the folded thing, and now I'm going to open and show you the pattern. Okay, have a look. Oh, lovely, it's a nice flower. So even God has made flowers and they have a pattern. So children, this is the meaning of pattern. Repetition of the same shape in such a manner that it looks symmetrical. It's a pattern. Okay, after doing the activities, let us see the patterns in numbers and alphabets. So the first type of patterns are the repeating patterns. Okay, I am sure you all understand what is the meaning of repeating. Let me show you a pattern. Look at this pattern. A, B, C, A, B, C, A. What will come in these blanks? Immediately you will be able to make out that A, B, C is repeating itself. So here we have A, so we must write B, C, and here we should write A and B. So you can easily make out now ABC is repeating itself. So this is the repeating pattern. Same way, if you get 4, 9, 7, 4, 9, 7, 4, 9. Okay, if you get to see this pattern, you will look at it carefully and you will see that 497 is repeating itself. So 4 and 9 is there. So you would write here 7, then 4, 9, 7. So this is the repeating pattern. They are very easy. Sometimes you get them in the form of shapes too, something like this. So you will see here, this is triangle, square, circle, triangle, square. Here you are going to fill up, make a circle, then you will make triangle, then a square, and then a circle. So our pattern would be a repeating pattern, triangle, square, circle, triangle, square, circle, triangle, square, circle. These are very easy patterns. Okay, now there are another type of patterns. They are called increasing patterns. Okay, let us see what are increasing patterns. Suppose you see a pattern like this. Now you have to fill up the blanks. Now children, you will see carefully. This is 2, 4, 6, 8. Now when you will look at it, you will see that the numbers are increasing. And how they are increasing? 2 has been written, but 3 is not there, 4 is there, but 5 is not there, 6 is there, but 7 is not there, 8 is there. So you would automatically know 9 should not be there and 10 should be there. 11 should not be there and 12 should be there. 13 should not be there and 14 should be there. 15 should not be there and 16 should be there. Those of you who know tables very well, they would come to know that this pattern is actually the table of 2. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6, 2 fours are 8, 2 fives are 10, 2 six are 12, 2 sevens are 14, and so on. So these type of patterns are called increasing patterns. Now you can have a pattern like this: 10, 20, 30, 40. I'm sure you can easily make out what will be there in the blanks. In this pattern, the numbers are increasing by 10 and it's a table of 10. 10, 20, 30, 40. So next will be 50, 60, 70 and so on. Okay, let me write one more pattern. Okay, now you look at this pattern. Here also this is an increasing pattern because the numbers are increasing: 1, 2, 4, 7, 11. Now we have to decide what will come in these three blanks. So let us see. Here in 1, 1 was added and you got 2. In 2, 2 was added and you got 4. In 4, 3 was added. 4 plus 3 gave you 7. In 7, 4 was added and you got 11. So, what is the pattern? We are adding the numbers like this. In the first number, 1 was added. In the second number, 2 was added. In the third number, 3 was added. In the fourth number, 4 was added. So we are going to add 5 in 11 to get the next number. So 11 plus 5 would be 16. To get the next number, we are going to add 6. Now, when you add 6 to 16, you would get 22. 6 plus 6 is 12, 2 and 1 carry over and 1 is 2. So 16 plus 6 is 22. Now in 22, how much will you add? You will add 7 because here we added 6. So now we are going to add 7. So when you add 7 to 22, you get 29. So this is how we have the increasing patterns. Okay, let me show you what another type of pattern. The other type of patterns are decreasing patterns. And since the name suggests, in decreasing patterns, you will see that the first number will be big and it will decrease. For example, 100, 90, 80, 70. Okay. Now, very easily, since you have seen increasing patterns, you will be able to make out that the numbers are decreasing by 10. We have 100, then 90, then 80, then 70, then we will have 60, then we will have 50, and then we will have 40. So the numbers are decreasing by 10. So these type of patterns are called decreasing patterns. So to decide what we need to fill in the blanks, we need to very carefully study the numbers which have been given to us. we have to see what is the pattern in those numbers, whether it is increasing or decreasing. So then according to that pattern, we have to calculate and find out the numbers which have to be filled in the blanks. For example, another very simple example I'm taking is 50, 45, 40, 35. Okay, now when you will see these four numbers which have been given to you, you will see that 5 is being subtracted. The numbers are decreasing. 50 minus 5 gives us 45, 45 minus 5 gives us 40, 40 minus 5 gives us 35. So 35 minus 5 will give us 30. 30 minus 5 will give us 25. 25 minus 5 will give us 20. So these type of patterns are called decreasing patterns. So now children, I have given you a few examples. Now I would request that you people pick up some book, and from that book you try and practice finding out what will you fill in the blanks. And the more you practice, the more efficient you will be. And remember children, in many competition exams, these kind of questions are asked. And you know what? Your brain becomes very, very sharp when you do these type of questions. That's all for today, children. Thank you and have a nice day.